Hi, I'm Jeff Nichols. I spent a lot of my life struggling with being addicted to ADD medication, and as a lot of you know, ADD medication abuse has become epidemic on a lot of college campuses. And I wrote a book called Trainwreck that deals with my addiction to these drugs, and it was also made into a movie. I just wish that when I went to college, someone came onto the campus and talked about the possible, both the neurological impact that massive abuse of these drugs can have, and the addictive component to the abuse of these drugs. It's an important subject, and I'd like to come to your school and show clips of my movie and read from my book, and hopefully help some people. I'm not here to bash ADD medication at all, but I'm here to kind of bash the abuse of it, if that makes any sense. You know, I'm not against these drugs. It's important to say. I think for some people, for a minority of people, they can be very effective drugs. They can literally make unteachable kid teachable. And who am I to say? I'm not a parent, but it's a difficult situation if you have a hyperactive kid. You know, whether it's got to be a tormenting situation for a parent to decide whether to medicate or not to medicate. But I am here to talk about the abuse of it specifically because, and it's kind of a morbid topic because it's the holidays, and here I am talking about drug abuse. But it's pertinent also because it's exam week. I know some of you guys are college students, so it's exam week, and it's at this very moment across colleges. There's probably like 100,000 kids chopping up their Adderall or Ritalin and getting ready to snort it. And it's become an epidemic. She got the idea. She put it into a Twitter search. Google did a Google Twitter search on Adderall and exam week. And this is stuff. I mean, this kind of. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert, but you don't have to be an information age. You can see what's going on. These are just some basic quotes here. Just did a bump of Adderall, ready for all-night cram. You know, some guy in the library tonight crush up and snort Adderall. I hate that my class was canceled and I didn't find out until I got there. Now I'm all hopped up on Adderall and nothing to focus on. I mean, this is the effects of heavy abuse. Now, again, this is not people that take Adderall once in a while. This is not, I don't recommend that, but it's not people that have it prescribed to them. This is people that take it to get high. This is what can happen. There's nothing more corrosive than speed, the drug speed. Tooth decay, permanent AD haze, depression, neurological damage. I was diagnosed with something called, this is really sick, I had pre-Parkinsonian symptoms where the doctor said I had like Michael J. Fox symptoms, like where I shook. I took a lot of supplements actually to help me with that, but it's still, who knows what the long-term, they don't know what the long-term damage is. Long-term paranoia. I got all kinds of problems with numbers. It's fucking awful. But drug dependency. It calls you. What happens is if you're taking 10 milligrams, you get used to that. So your body becomes adapted to it. So you need more. You're going to take 20. Then your body gets used to that. Then you're going to take 30. So there's no like, oh, I'm going to take. I love this. I'm going to stay on 10 milligrams the rest of my life. You just like heroin. You got to take more.